Georgians' eyes on you, so let's go. Good Morning Georgia is here. Start your day the Georgia way. Want attention for your brand? Broadcast today only on Good Morning Georgia. Contact us today. Email on info@communicationsmd.com or call 770-421-5598.
Tune in to Good Morning Georgia. Join hosts Audrey Bell Kearney and Derek J. Wilson every weekday at 9 a.m. for your daily dose of news, politics, business, and entertainment. From local updates to insights from affiliate partners across and beyond Georgia, we've got your mornings covered. Tune in to stay informed and entertained with Good Morning Georgia.
Good morning, Georgia.
Good morning, Georgia.
How y'all doing today? Can I get some camera?
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Can I get some camera?
Go ahead. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Good Morning, Georgia. I'm your host, Audrey Bell Kearney,
And I am the one and only Derek J. Wilson.
thank God. No, just kidding. Hope you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday. It's hump day. Listen, you have made it to the middle, baby. You are almost there. You're right down the middle. 2 more days. My mom used to work at a youth house, like a correction facility for youth. And so she would come home and say all these things that I had no clue about, all the slang. She said, you got one more day to wake up. And I was like, what does that mean? Because I didn't know. But one more day to wake up. So that means like tomorrow, they got one more day and then a wake up. And then the next day will be Saturday.
Oh, okay.
In this case, they got 2 more days to wake up.
2 more days.
But the kids would say all this different kind of slang. My mother would come home saying it. Even when DMX made y'all gonna make me lose my mind.
Mhm.
So she was singing it, right? And I said to myself, what's she singing? Because I'm listening to CDs at the time with Tony Robbins and Les Brown. This is what I'm listening to, and she listens to DMX.
DMX.
Yeah.
Man, your mama had it.
Yeah, my mom was she was the absolute best. She was cool as a breeze though. She did
Cool as a cucumber.
cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. Yeah, my mom, I will never forget. You remember that Jagged Edge song? He was partying.
Yeah.
And my mama loved that song.
Yeah.
She loved that song, and she loved the Yin Yang Twins, To the Window, to the Wall.
To the window.
Yeah,
To the wall.
Yeah. She was like, I'll speak my mother.
Yeah.
They talk about, well, yeah, in the video, they got water guns. Okay. Yeah. So, but all right. Well, it's Wednesday. What's today? August 7th.
August 7th.
Today is my sister-in-law birthday. So happy birthday to one of my sister-in-laws. We don't give a free shout out, right? But
we get birthday shout outs.
Happy birthday,
sister-in-law. What's her name? Show us some love. Say her name.
Happy birthday. Moving on.
Listen, if y'all send me a birthday or anniversary or congratulations, I'm gonna shout out the name.
Yeah. I think August 7th is Maria's sister's birthday. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Maria's sister.
Hey.
Your brother-in-law don't want to shout your name out. Maybe you running from the law.
Hey, I don't know.
When we first moved, so my husband works for pharmaceutical. We moved to North Carolina, right? And we moved to this little town called Spring Hope. It literally had 1,280 people. We made 1,283 and a dog. And so when he went to work, all his coworkers said stuff like, why you moved down here? Y'all running from the law? And I was like, what? It was hilarious.
It's called Black what?
That was Black. But they were like, why would you move from Jersey to Spring Hope?
And spring some hope.
I was like, it's beautiful down here. Like, but even when we moved to Georgia, people say the same thing. Why y'all move here? Because it's nice and it's cheap.
It's definitely cheaper than Jersey.
It was cheap. Now it's about the same in Jersey right now.
Really?
Yeah. My husband talked to Spring yesterday, and they just dropped the taxes, which is huge because my taxes in Jersey used to be astronomical.
Yeah.
Like my taxes every month was like $900,000 on my house.
I thought
that's a mortgage for some people.
I thought I was doing well. High blessed and highly favored. Got us a house. And so tax. I was like, man, my taxes came back, man, like 3,000-4,000. And I was talking to a friend of mine. He's like, well, yeah, mine's 7,000. I said, okay, well, you know what? Let me stop my complaining.
Yeah, because I paid my taxes at my house. And I think I mentioned this before, but the taxes on my house was a little bit over $900 a month, and my gas or electric bill every month, $600 to $800 every month. Winter, spring, summer, fall, 6 8 because we didn't have central air heat with forced air. We had air conditioners that you put in the window.
Oh yeah,
They
yeah.
don't. They don't have. There's not a lot. Maybe now because it's people are buying these. They're upgrading the houses. They're making them different. But most of the houses, you put the air conditioning in the window.
Yeah, well, you can still buy a window heat at
Yeah,
at
I'll
these
take forced air heat.
building facilities,
No, thank you. I'll take forced air heat.
HD and LO
Yeah, well, I'm trying right now. I'm looking for solar everything. So
solar.
solar air, solar
You gotta make
light.
sure your house is situated where it's getting some sunlight. I sure
It
hate for
gets
you to
sunlight right on
sure
the
hate for you to
front.
get solar and then it never worked because you never in the sun.
No, my
All
house.
day.
So my house is so weird. My bedroom is on the front of the house where all the sun hits.
Ah,
So in the
so you gotta have
daytime,
blackout
my
curtains.
bedroom is so hot, but my office is cold. So I don't turn the air conditioner on during the day most of the time,
Yeah,
unless it gets to like 95. Because in the office get a little stuffy. But for the most part, all the sun is on the front of the house, and then in the evening time it's on the back. So
man.
my house is in direct line of sunlight.
So you a perfect candidate for solar.
I am, which is why I'm getting the generators and everything else.
Okay. Okay. Well, speaking since we're talking weather, again, weather is brought to you by Southern Elite Contracting. If you are in the path of the storm that just passed by, Debbie, and you have any storm damage, please text storm to 888-835-1386, and one of the great people at Southern Elite Contractor will reach out to you to help you in your need. So before we dive into talking about Hurricane Debbie, we can discuss the highs and lows today. Albany is sunny with a high of 77, with a dew point of 70. Look at that, I'm getting better. Uh, Atlanta is mostly sunny today with a high of 76. This can't be right. Is it right?
I don't know. It's listen, we about to roll into fall right now.
I
Could
guess
be.
so. Athens, mostly sunny with a high of 76. Maybe this is current temperature. It can't be high. That's interesting. I think that's
He
current.
always wanted to be a meteorologist.
I think that's current temperatures because that this high. Yeah. So
It's funny. I asked Derek, why you want to do like the weather, like the whole weather? Because this gives like a overall.
okay, here we go. I
He
know
got
this
the
one.
weather. He got the weather calendar. He got the weather
Oh
thing
yeah.
pulled up. I will try to. By next week we're gonna have it. So when he do the weather, it's gonna be on the side. You guys can see it.
So the high, okay, who's wrong? The Athens high is 95. It's currently 76. Uh, the Atlanta high is 96 today. Marietta has a high of 96. LaGrange has a high of 96. Columbus almost 100 at 98. I guess your AC coming on. It was in Columbus, huh?
Yes, that's hot.
Warner Robins has a high of 95. And down there, if you're dealing with the tropical storm now, let's see what you're dealing with. Savannah, I guess it's cooling you off. You have a high of 84. Brunswick has a high of 86. And Valdosta has a high, look like it's higher than Valdosta, 94.
That's at the bottom.
Yeah,
What
94.
Albany should be around there too, right? Because
Yeah, Albany has a high of 97. So, yeah,
yeah, definitely need the AC on for
yeah,
that, baby.
yeah.
That's hot right there. If you are in the path of the storm, yesterday, FEMA announced yesterday that the federal disaster assistance is available to the state of Georgia to supplement response efforts due to emergency conditions resulting from Hurricane Debbie. Yeah, so this is FEMA has been, is gonna be there. So I prayerfully that we don't need it. Prayerfully we don't need it. But
Well,
anyway,
this is definitely a flood event. The Georgia National Guard has been mobilized to the area
yeah.
to aid areas hit worse by Tropical Storm Debbie. So be on your best behavior because the National Guard does not play. As a licensed adjuster myself, I've been in these disaster areas, and when they give you a curfew, you better adhere to the curfew and don't try to get past no lines without the right credentials, because they are not the police. They will throw you down.
Mm.
Uh,
So don't be stupid. The president has signed, he's authorized FEMA to help you guys. So don't go out there doing unnecessary stuff. Help is on the way if you need it. And this is going to help alleviate any kind of hardship or suffering caused by this emergency, Debbie. And how is Debbie? Is she calming down? Is she ramping up? What she
Well,
doing?
Debbie, tropical storm, still a storm, is mostly over the Carolinas now. What we don't want, anyone wants, is for it to get back over the Atlantic. Once it gets back over the Atlantic, that's a problem. Because then it can strengthen back up and then turn back into a hurricane. So
Red Bubble officially, you didn't talk about the metro.
I
Like
did talk about the metro. I mean,
Red Bubble say, is there anything happening in the metro? We don't have no highs in the metro.
I did go back. That's we looking at stuff late because I was able to correct myself and yes, 95 in the
You
morning.
told me about this show already to me, right? So I like Jon Stewart. You ever watch Jon Stewart?
Yeah, I used to watch. He come on at late night.
He come on late night, so I'm happy. To me, I like Jon. Now I'm not trying to be like that. I'm just being me.
Yeah.
So this show is just us being us. And I was like, you know what? They do it. They just be them. I ain't got to be all stuffy and uptight. You know, I'm just being me. So this is just me every day, y'all.
Yeah.
Every
Working the nerves. You're like a thorn right there.
day.
But real quick, it says the coordination starts today. There'll be soldiers and airmen deployed to the areas today, starting this morning. Uh, my good old uncle, Major General Dwayne Wilson, uh, explained that, so they'll be working out of the Joint Operations Center out of Cobb County. So that goes to Metro Atlanta people. They got engineers going. There's a lot of high water vehicles, general purpose soldiers and airmen. So, Governor Kemp called them out and they're going out there to do some work. Up to 2,000 soldiers and airmen will be in the disaster area. So,
And if you're not there to help, get out of the way.
right, yeah, we're not there yet. Just, get out the way. Uh, and if they tell you not to come back until a certain time, don't try to come back until that time. Let the light people do their job. Let the cleaning crews do their job. I know you're anxious to get back home, but if you have no power or your house is destroyed, there's really, no rush. Just, let the people that's trying to make it safe for you to return home do their job first. And then when you get out there, you see you got some damage, send that text message, storm 888-835-1386. And like I said, one of the great people at Southern Elite Contracting will reach out to you to help you either go through your claims process or help you with your repair process, or both. So, with that being said, we're going to a break now. We're moving on to the hot topics for the day.
Listen, I think you know what. Let's take a quick commercial, right? And then we're gonna come back and we're gonna talk about the hot topic. Yeah, that's why. Listen, that I want to talk about. I want to hear. And I want you guys to listen. Leave us a comment. We'll pop it up here. Make sure it's a good comment. Don't
Yeah.
even if it's a comment where you disagree, we'll pop that one up. If you're gonna be saying all kind of crazy stuff, not popping up that one.
Well, once we start talking about these news and politics, it's about to get real hot.
Well, okay, we welcome that. Just be respectful. That's all we ask. Because it won't get popped up. You're just wasting time.
All right.
Going to commercial, be right back.
Did your business accept Visa or MasterCard anytime between January 1st, 2004 and January 24th, 2019? If so, then you may qualify to share in one of the largest class action settlement payouts in history, a staggering $6.1 billion. Visa Inc. and MasterCard Inc. agreed to settle this case and were ordered to repay merchant processing interchange fees overpaid by their customers. To be included, you must opt into the list of participating merchants by August 30th, 2024. You will not be included unless you officially opt in. No personal documents or statements are required. To apply, we need your business name and basic contact information. For more information and how to get your share of this $6.1 billion, text NOISE to 26786. Again, text NOISE to 26786. That's NOISE to 26786. Remember, the deadline is August 30th, 2024.
Welcome back. So we about to jump into it. So, it's been so quiet. People been trying to figure out who she's gonna pick. Is she gonna pick this one? Is she gonna pick that one? Well, yesterday she made a choice.
Yeah, she picked Mr. Walz, the governor of Minnesota. I mean, it's split. amongst both parties. Some Democrats are happy, some Democrats are meh. Of course, Republicans are all up in the uproar. It didn't matter who she could pick. She could have picked a dog, and they would have found a reason. That dog pooped on the yard and didn't scoop it. So but yeah, I'll let you go first.
Well, it seems like, from what I gathered yesterday, he seems like a good person, a good candidate to be as to run as a VP. He has a strong political background. He's military. He's an educator, so he understands. He's about economic development and healthcare. So for me, everything that he is everything we're fighting for. So I don't know what the uproar was about on the other side about why, but education is top, and healthcare is top, and economic development, we're both chamber members. We know how important that is. We're chamber presidents. We know how important that is, economic development for your community. So I felt like it was a good pick.
I mean, yeah, he's. I don't think his pick is for us as far as demographic wise. It wasn't to excite.
What do you mean
Um,
by that?
you know, African American men, millennials, young folks. I don't think that pick was for that. I think he was the pick for to settle down some of the the men that felt like they didn't want a woman in charge, or I don't know. I just felt like that he wasn't the pick for me. So I mean, yes, I'm glad we have a ticket now. I'm glad we can move forward. But I mean, he does have some highlights though. He did some police reform in Minnesota after the George Floyd situation. So he did take care of that. His state provides free lunch and breakfast for kids in schools. So I mean, he's done some great things. His background is great, and I think he'll be from what I'm hearing and learning about him, I think he is a great pick for what they are trying to do.
Yeah.
I guess they say we already have a black woman or a black person at the top of the ticket, so she will continue to I guess focus on getting us excited, which we are. But yeah, and he didn't do anything for me. But I think it's a great. I mean, the crazy part about it, he looked so much older than what he is. He's only 60. He's like 6 months older than VP Harris, and so but he looks older than that. So I guess that's again.
But we're not holding that against him.
No, we're not
I'm
holding
sure
it
the
against.
upside will, but we're not holding that against them.
I mean, well, they can't because they pick ISO.
What,
So
what do they care about that?
yeah, I mean, they picked almost 78. So I mean,
No, he was 78.
yeah, he is 78. So I mean, I think he'd be, I think he'll be all right. But from the Republican side, they're saying he didn't do anything when Minneapolis was burning. Of course, that was during the George Floyd situation that came from Georgia's own
And what did they do?
MTG.
What did they do?
Well, I guess she didn't do anything because she's a Georgia rep. So
What did you do to Georgia?
what's the bad built bleach blonde.
Hey, I'm trying to keep this a clean show here.
I mean, well, I ain't saying any names. I was just reading out some descriptive language. The Democrat chair.
If you have not figured it out by now, we're not journalists.
Nah, just highly opinionated.
Don't even pretend to be one on video.
Yeah, the Georgia GOP chair, said he was disappointed. But again, I don't know what who we could have picked.
Instagram has a question. Instagram want to know who would have been Derek's pick.
After talking to you yesterday, Josh Shapiro would have been a good pick, but he has some skeletons, I guess, per se. Not little skeletons, but he made some comments that could have come back and bit him. You know, I don't know. I think Shapiro would have been a good one. My pick, if would have been allowed legally, would have been Governor Newsom. But so
Okay, Instagram is hot over here. Instagram is saying no.
Well, yeah, I see that, and I said that. That's
Yeah.
the comments I was referring to. But the U.S. government as a whole is 100% supportive of the situation that you're referring to. So uh, his stance is a little bit more radical, but they're Kamala all the way to
Come.
Kamala all the way to Waltz to Biden. They're all on the same page. The Democrat Party is on the 98% of the Democrat Party is in support of what's going on. So, he just took it a little bit further. It's no different than people that say, Black Lives Matters, and then some that take it a little bit further. You have radicals on every side, and so he's a little bit more radical than the liking of many. But he toes the same party lines as everyone else with Democrat Party. So you know, we can leave that at that. But the Republicans were saying, they disappointed. But I don't know who could have been, I personally feel like anybody that was picked, they wouldn't have liked. But then again, no party picks a ticket to please the other side.
Right. So nobody cares what they think.
Yeah, because no one on the Democrat Party side was like, oh wow, yeah, JD Vance, that's a great pick.
Well, their side didn't even say that was a great pick.
Right.
So
Well, but they don't care about statements that made. They make statements every day that make people cringe. Uh, but I think like I say, I think it'll be a great ticket. Now let's move forward. The goal is for them to win. You play to win. So she picked a pick that she felt like would help her win, and so I'm okay with that. And now uh, just make sure that now we get people excited, register to vote, and then go vote because one party is pushing Project 2025.
hard.
And so if you don't want that, then you need to, get behind the walls and vote. So,
I always go to page 134 because for me, if nothing else in that whole 922-page document, understand this. If you have a child, a grandchild, a niece, a nephew, a cousin, a godchild in public school, this will affect them. If nothing else, if you can't wrap your mind around anything else. Project Project 2025 on page 134 will affect anybody in a public school system. Anybody. If they're not in public school and they're in private school, they won't be affected. So I try to talk about things that people can actually understand. Education. Without it, we have nothing. I know that there are the alternative educations out there. I get that part. Are you going to homeschool your kids if that happens? Because at the end of the day, it's probably a passage in there somewhere to say even if you homeschool, your kids are subject to whatever they say on page 134. So if you look at nothing else, if nothing else appeals to you, page 134 should. It really should. Now, and I won't get off on my soapbox on that one because I'm a grandmother with a 5-year-old granddaughter. And for me, her education is everything. Her future is everything. And to think that she may be forced to do something she didn't want to do because she attended a public school in a good school system, that bothers me. People pay taxes every day.
yeah.
And when they have good school systems, a good portion of those taxes go to the educational system. So you telling me I go to work every day, I work hard, I pay my taxes, and my kids, because I can't afford a private school, is going to be forced to go to go into the military and all this stuff that they're going to be subject to. I think that's horrible. So if nothing else appeals to you, think about that. You go to work every day, you pay your taxes every year, you pay all these taxes for your kids to have the best of everything, and they will be forced to go to the military and preferably not get named and come home and get thrown away like most veterans do. I'm
And
saying it, I'm putting it out there because we know vets and we hear what they say. We hear the horror stories. They serve this country and we appreciate that. We thank you for doing that because some of us would not do it, but you did do it. Now you're talking about forcing them to go into the military where they can come home and have nothing, living on the streets. They got mental illness that nobody cares about. Come on, man. If nothing else appealed to you, think about that.
yeah, and then one of the hot topics for Project 2025 is that DEI. They want to end the DEI in the federal workplace, and they feel like DEI is anti-American, and it just it's things like that. At one point the Red was calling VP Harris the DEI pick. Uh, so it's just amazing what all the things that they're trying to do. Uh, you know, I guess one of them outlaw, pornography. I guess that's not right.
You're gonna upset some folks, man. Some late
Right.
nighters, upset some people.
They want to mandate for leadership, calls for criminalization of pornography production, distribution, and compensation. You
Yeah,
know,
if that's your industry. Listen, we're in the media industry here, and that's not our industry. But if that's your industry, it's about to be affected if you don't go and vote the right way. I'm just saying, every vote counts.
they want
Make
to
yours
use
count.
they want to use public taxpayer money for private religious schools. They want to do that. They want to shut down the Department of Education. They want to do
If
that.
you're a Muslim, you're gonna be forced to be a Christian.
Yeah,
That's what it's saying. See, y'all not listening. Y'all read the document. If you are anything other than a Christian, you will be. It's biblical.
mass.
Now that is biblical. Think
ma-
about that for a second.
Mhm.
That's them 666 that they've been talking about. It's called 2025 though.
Mm.
Because think about that for a second. You will get the mark of the beast. That's it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's it right there. We're gonna have one religion, we're gonna have one world order, one everything under that plan.
yeah.
Sit there, act like you don't know. I
They
grew
want to
up in
do.
the church.
They want to do more mass deportation. Uh, for all illegal.
Speaking of that, I did see a picture at the border where so many people was trying to come over here, right? Because
Yeah.
they were afraid that if Trump won the election, they'll be sent back. Okay, so were they not? That didn't make sense to me. We had to be walking miles and miles to get over the border just to get over here and be
We take.
put on the bus. I didn't get that.
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't quite understand that.
We never been in I guess situations where you know they're living situations so bad or so horrible that they risk their lives just to get a tow across the border.
Yeah, but you're going back. But it can't be better because I feel like it's gonna take you a minute to get back. They're gonna put you in this camp, but you think that sounds pretty bad,
It
y'all. But
sounds
anyway,
pretty bad.
let's move on. This whole thing is
But they
stressing
want
me
to
out. I'm trying to keep my energy up. Tomorrow is the
promote
888
and
day.
promote and expedite capital punishment. So they want to bring death penalty back on the federal level. Uh, they they claim they don't want to ban books and curriculum about slavery, but they're already doing that now.
Yeah, got to
That's
keep our history alive because
yeah.
why is our history such a threat to everybody?
Well,
They want to ban everything we do. I don't quite understand that. Like it sounds crazy. Like if they could abolish us from this planet, they probably would.
I feel like the reason
They should just get on Elon rocket and going up to Uranus. Yeah, Uranus.
not Mars.
No, Uranus.
I feel like the reason why now they don't they trying to I guess cut down or cut the access to Black history and what have you.
Why?
Is because I guess they start to feel a little guilty, or they don't want to feel guilty about the history. But history is history. I mean, it's like you can't talk about German history without talking about World War I and II and talking about the Holocaust. And they still talk about it. But one thing I say about Germany is you'll never go to Germany and see statues of Adolf Hitler. You'll never go to outside of a museum if they have the statues, uh, and like you'll never go and see anything related to the Nazis and all that just publicly on display where displaced. Whereas here in America, we have statues of Robert E. Lee. We have statues of just Jefferson Davis. Confederate flags flying up. It's like I just don't understand the mindset. Like, how do we're not saying forget about it. We're saying put them in places where they should be. They should be in museums where people can study so you can learn from your past so you will not repeat the issue. But to have them on just clear display is like a slap in the face
Oh, that's
because you would, like I say, you would never see a Nazi flag or a Hitler statue uh, in any parts of Germany where Jews can just walk by and see it and like no, you'll never do that. And so I just feel like for black people for continually to have reminder after reminder that we were second class citizens. Civil War was about slavery. They say it was about states' rights. It was the states' rights to keep slaves. I mean, at the end of the day, it was about economics, and the southern states' economy was based off of slave labor. That's where it came down to. And so let me get off of that because
It's heavy. Let's go. We're gonna listen. We're gonna go to a commercial because that was heavy.
about to get canceled now.
No, you're not gonna cancel because we still have work to do, but we're gonna go to a commercial. We'll be right back after this commercial to bring you more news about what's going on in and around Georgia. So stay tuned.
Why do 70% of aspiring authors never publish their work? Because they don't have bookpreneur. Whether you're dreaming of publishing your memoir, a children's book, or the next great novel, Bookpreneur is your go-to source. Our weekly newsletter and video show offer step-by-step guidance and insider tips to help you navigate the publishing world. Don't let your masterpiece stay hidden. Join the Bookpreneur community today and start turning pages into profit. Subscribe now at www.bookpreneur.com.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Did you know that Big Lots is closing 315 stores?
Oh wow.
315 stores, and one of the 8 of them are right here in Georgia. Apparently, they're going through something, but I think a lot of stores. Here's what I believe. I believe Amazon is killing a lot of stores.
Well, first it was Walmart,
Yeah.
and then now, Amazon is definitely putting a crush on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Amazon, Walmart still.
Because you can order everything on Amazon furniture. Like the things you would normally go into Big Lots to order to buy, you can just go on Amazon and order them, and they'll be there in 3 days.
I mean, in
And you
some
ain't got to pay
cases,
a delivery fee. You don't
some
pay a
cases
shipping
you
fee.
get it the same day.
Same day.
I've ordered stuff on Amazon and get it to the next day, if not the same day.
Yeah.
Never big furniture though, but
Yeah, furniture takes my daughter ordered her living room set. She's like, and I've seen some really nice stuff on Amazon. Some of it was pretty expensive, so you can tell it's good quality.
believe it or not, you can order caskets
On Amazon?
on Amazon. You go ahead and
Lord.
get
I
you
know.
nice marble blue casket.
I ain't ready to prepare like that yet. But anyway, Big Lots are closing.
Have
They're
it right
closing.
there in the corner.
No, thank you. I passed. Big Lots is closing stores, and the 8 of them are in Georgia. They're located in Decatur. They're closing one in Decatur. They're closing one in Fayetteville, one in Roswell, Savannah, Stockbridge, Stone Mountain, Thompson, and Waynesboro. So those stores will be closed. That's out of the 315 that they're closing. I just feel like they're going through a rough time right now because Amazon is killing everybody. And here's the thing: Walmart clapped back though. Walmart said we're gonna have our own Amazon kind of type store.
Yeah.
That though.
I mean, Walmart was mostly a big box store, but now they're trying to compete with Amazon. So now they're pushing their online store. They have their membership just like the Prime. And so I did see that Big Lots they're having the sales now. Since we're closing the store, come get the sales. Now I will say Big Lots is already a reasonably priced chain, so it should be it should be the sales should be definitely great because they're already not expensive. So if you are in the areas that was named and you like to shop, like to get a bargain deal, check out those big lots because they have up to 20% off. Can we go back to that?
Yes.
Up to 20% off. Yeah, 20 save up 20% off at those stores. They have the big orange banners that say it's closing this location. And so if you see that banner, get it out. Go check it out. And so
I don't know. Can you buy Christmas stuff in there? Because
can you buy who?
Christmas stuff, because it is
Pretty sure, yeah. I mean,
it's about to go into that time of the year, and some people like to shop early. Like they start shopping like September and October.
well, when you shop off season for another season, the prices are lower anyway. I tend to buy my coats and jackets in the summertime because they're a lot less
Yeah.
than trying to get them in the wintertime. And so
What's crazy is the young guy that I don't know his name, the one that got drafted to the NFL, and he was talking about he had this coat on, and he was talking about he paid like $100. Like that kid is gonna keep his money.
yeah,
Because they were laughing at him, and he was dead serious. He was like, "Listen, I'm not about to go out there and spend all that money. I like this coat, and I got all colors." And I thought that was so smart.
well, Jason Tatum, he just for the Boston Celtics, he just signed a 300 something $1 million contract, and he said he's liable not to even touch that money because you know, like the way he's set up financially, that money won't even be touched. I mean, you even have Chad Ochocinco that said he never touched any of his.
Ocho is the most frugal player I've ever seen in my life. Ocho said he went to Claire's and got him some earrings that looked like diamonds.
Yeah, he said he got fake jewelry,
everything.
and everything.
He's not ashamed of it as he shouldn't be.
He shouldn't be.
I think that's a smart person because at some point my body can only take so much banging up, and for him it didn't even get to that point. But he was smart enough to say, you know what, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm gonna look like I'm flossing, and my bank account is gonna be growing. I love it. Like that's smart. Those are smart businessmen. And that young boy, he was like, yeah. Let me tell you something. My brother coached Russell Douglas. He plays for Buffalo now, but he coached him. And he came to my house one 4th of July. I think it was 4th of July. I think it was during the pandemic. I think it was 19 or 20. He was at my house because when he was friends with my brother. It was his coach. He coached him in high school. And he hadn't bought a car.
Yeah.
And he was in the NFL. At that time, he was with the Patriots. Remember, he got drafted, went to the Patriots, won and got a ring because they went to the Super Bowl that year and won. So I was like, he came right out and got him a ring. He hadn't bought a car. So when he finally did get a car, I think he said something like he was like bartering tickets to the game for the car. That was smart. But
depending on
up in Newark, and he was like, look, I remember having to walk in the snow to get to McDonald's. So I'm not trying to be wasteful of this money that I've been given. So
also depending on where you live, like my brother, I have a brother that lived in Los Angeles, and he didn't have a car because it just
that's like New York.
It didn't make sense.
Yeah, most people don't have. But he needed a car, and so
it probably was cheaper. It probably was more costly.
He was cheaper.
Well, I'm just saying, if you weigh it out though, because you got maintenance and it's sitting in traffic. I mean, just like
he got an NFL contract.
Yeah, but look at like Kobe. Kobe didn't drive much.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I
think he's just frugal. I think he was just like, yep, know what it feels like to have to walk to McDonald's in the cold and the ice.
I know what it feels like to walk to in snow and cold, but guess what? I have a car.
Speaking of walking, school is back in session in Lawrenceville. The city of Lawrenceville said if you bypass some buses, you're gonna get a fine.
Well, that's a new. Well, it's not new, but it's a reinforced state law.
Yes.
That's about school buses. So city of Lawrenceville put it out, but every city in the state of Georgia, everybody need to be mindful. School is back in session. Be mindful of school zones and signage. Reduce your speed, prepare to slow down and come to a complete stop when the school bus has yellow flashing lights on. The law say come to a complete stop when they have red flashing lights on. So
if you see the bus and the flag is out, stop.
Right. The law requires you to stop when they have red flashing lights on and a red stop sign. A bus with yellow lights does not require you to stop. I've seen buses driving with their yellow lights on, and people have stopped. That is not law. First of all, the bus not shouldn't be driving with their
The yellow
lights on.
lights on, right?
No,
Because that's confusing.
and I'm not saying driving as in driving and stopping. I've seen buses where they have their yellow lights on and had them on for a good while people like scared to go past them. So they just like riding behind them. That's not law. Also, I've seen buses so like say they have a bus stop and then they need to like get over to the other lane. I done seen buses driving with their red lights on. That's not legal either. But you do need to stop when you see red flashing lights and you see a yellow light. Again, slow down. But just like we do here, all other yellow lights, don't speed by, but slow down. If the bus stops, then you stop. But if the bus is steady driving and you can get by within the speed limit, then there's no problem passing the yellow lights. The red light is the law. And say stay at least 20 feet behind the bus while children are getting on and off the bus, and remain stopped until the red lights are done flashing and the stop arms are closed and the bus begins moving again. I've seen buses moving with that red light and flashing, and I will say take a picture of it, get the license plate, and report it to your district that hey, this bus is violating the rules per se. But yeah, long story short, be mindful of that. And as a parent, what annoys me the most is people speeding in school zones.
Yeah.
Like, I think I was on the phone with you the other day and I'm saying I'm driving and people literally going around me. The school zone lights were flashing. The school it was around 3 o'clock. The school zone was 25 miles per hour. I'm going every bit of 25. And people were like so upset. They going around me. I'm like, where's the police at when you need them? Where's the police? Because every last one of them should have been ticketed because let my child get hit by one of these fools that don't want to slow down in the school zone.
Yeah.
So slow down, people.
Slow down. Listen, if you're looking for something to do this Friday night, Lawrenceville is having its National Night Out Friday night from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. You get to watch movie. The movie they're going to be playing is Zootopia. Enjoy food trucks. You got food trucks. You can talk to law enforcement, play games hosted by Be Active Gwinnett, Don with food trucks on site. I can tell you this, like, get out and meet your law enforcement officers. Get out there and know who police your community. I think that's so important. I talk about this. I used to talk about this a lot on Good Morning Gwinnett. When I went through the Gwinnett Citizens Academy 101, I learned so much about the police officers and how law enforcement work by going behind the scene to see how that whole thing works. And I had a new respect for them. They had a simulation that we went into this room and it was a giant screen and it was a simulation of a guy coming towards us with a knife and we had a gun. And when I tell you, if they had taken my blood pressure, and I was in a simulation, so I can't even imagine what it's like to be out in the real world as an officer trying to protect and serve. So when you get the opportunity to go out and talk to these people, go out and talk to them. Friday night, they're gonna be downtown on the lawn at Lawrenceville. Go out and talk to them. The first 25 people will receive a free grooming. Is that for your dog? Yeah. Oh no, barber.
Yeah,
Barber's on
from
site.
a
The
puppy
puppy
bar,
barber. Puppy barber.
a puppy
Bring
bar.
your dog. The first 25 gonna get this free grooming from the puppy. That's so cute. That is just
Mm,
that is too cute, y'all. Like I'm business all day long. Puppy barber. That
yeah.
is so cute. Oh my goodness. I hope they have
So
that trademark.
so being that we're called Good Morning Georgia, uh, 88 cities throughout the state of Georgia is having a national night out. I'm not going to name all 88, but
He just always say I forget other cities,
well, we have to make sure that we touch
other
every
other
part.
counties.
So you got Ackworth, you got Albany, you got Alpharetta, you got Centerville. There is a Centerville, Georgia, that's not in Gwinnett County. There
I
is a
did
city.
not.
Yeah, there's a city called Centerville, Georgia. You got Homerville, you got Houston,
Houston.
Kennesaw, you got LaGrange, of course, Lawrenceville, Lilburn, Lithonia, Mableton, Marietta, Morrow, just to name a few. Brunswick will have one if it wasn't affected by Hurricane Debbie. And so, yeah, I mean, this is a national thing. This is happening all over the country. 88 cities in the state of Georgia participate. So if I named your city, or if you'd like to learn more or see if your city is part of it, visit natw.org. That's National Night Out. So natw.org, and you'll find more information about that.
All right, in the CULA, the burn ban is still in place. It's not up until September the 30th. So do not burn anything until September the 30th. The burn ban is still in effect until September the 30th. Now, you're going to go in there and burn something, you're probably going to get a summons of some type. So do not burn anything. The burn ban is in effect until September the 30th. Be mindful of that. Remember, it's not over yet. I know people want to go ahead and burn the leaves and all that stuff. All the leaves haven't even fallen off the trees yet. So give it some time. I can see why it's September 30th. Because by November, all the leaves are all over the place making a mess. But somebody's gonna try to burn early and then they're gonna be in trouble. And I warned you early enough so you don't have to be in trouble. Right, save the date. Save the date. Norcross, save the last beats of summer. Save the date, August 16th. It's going down. Summer's concert series is happening Friday, August 16th at Thrasher Park in Norcross, 7:30 to 9:30. So put that on your calendar. It's the last summer beats. Yes, it's because school is back in and everything is about to go back to fall festivals are coming.
Well, yeah.
Speaking of fall
Speaking
festivals,
of fall festival,
right into that.
which is, I apologize for the people that's outside of Gwinnett, but this is in Gwinnett. Uh, we're having our Labor Day. We, as in the Greater East Side Chamber of Commerce, as well as the Greater East Side Alliance, is having their second annual Labor Day pop-up festival at Alexander Park. If you would like to be a vendor, visit our websites at greater mygecc.org. Click on the events tab and you will see it. The deadline to be a vendor is August 10th. So please,
Saturday.
That's Saturday. So
how much is vendor fees?
They range from $50 to $100. So $100 is for food and beverage, $80 is for product and services, and $50 is for nonprofits and informational businesses or organizations. So it's free to the public. Uh, Alexander Park is one of the most busiest parks in that side of town, which is the Snellville, Lawrenceville side.
What are the hours? What's the date?
The event is from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. and the date is August 31st, Saturday, right before Labor Day. And I say this is the kickoff to the fall festival, the fall festivals, the last hoorah of the summer. So check that out.
Even though it still feels like summer here all the way up to like November almost. But anyway, it's going to be going down. If you are in Bainbridge, save the date, August the 26th. The Small Business Development Center, University of Georgia Small Business Development Center in Bainbridge is having a session about to help you start your business. So if you're thinking about starting a business or you want to become your own boss, this is a great opportunity for you to go out and get your questions answered. It's going to be happening from 11:30 to 1 p.m. and they're going to be at the Charles H. Kerbo Center, located at 2500 East Shotwell Street, and that's in Bainbridge, and that's August 26th. Put that on your calendar. Now is like one of the best times ever to start a business. There are so many business opportunities out there. When I tell y'all they're out there, people are making money hand over fist doing all types of things. Here's what I'm going to say though. It's going to take you being focused and committed. It's going to take you being focused and committed. It's going to take you being focused and committed. Pick one thing because we know how that is to be an entrepreneur with a whole bunch of things on. Pick one thing. Go out to the Small Business Development Center event that they're having. Ask your questions. Pick one thing that you can be passionate about though. You know what I'm saying? Don't pick something because somebody else is doing it because you're gonna fail. I'm just keeping it real real right now. You're gonna fail because it's not your idea. It's somebody else's, and you decide I'm gonna do it too. It's not gonna work for you. It's not the one God gave you. Ask God for yours, and He'll give it to you. He will give it to you. Then go all in on that. Learn everything you can about it. Now, if you don't know where to start, put August the 26th on your calendar. If you need to take a day off because your dream is bigger than your job, take the day off. Put it on the calendar. Hey, I'm gonna need this day off. Now if you are in trouble being fired because you have missed too many days, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't be like them people told me, no, no, no. Right. If you know that listen, you need your own business. You really do. If you can't make that event, there are so many online resources. The chambers of commerce
Reach
have
out to your
resources.
chambers.
Reach out to your local chamber, wherever you are in this world. And in the United States, there are over 4,000 chambers. Pick one.
Right.
They're doing stuff virtually. They're doing stuff on site. They got some of them even have online academies. Pick one. And if you can't find one, just go to YouTube University and find out what it is you're trying to do. But this is one of the best times ever to start a business. Even if this is your side hustle and you don't want to, give up your job right now. Even if you're in corporate America, you say, you know what, I want to do something. Speaking of doing something, if you're a woman in business and you want to do something, reach out to the Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce. Even if you're not locally here in Gwinnett County, you are welcome. We have members that are outside of Gwinnett County. We have them in Clayton County, Cobb County, Rockdale County, DeKalb County, Fulton County. We have members all over. And you don't even have to be in the state of Georgia because the benefits and the perks that we have apply to you. Speaking of perks, one of the perks is you can come on this show, co-host with us for a day, and talk about what it is you do. But that's a member benefit. You got to be a member of GCC or you got to be a member of GWC. So either one, you can come on the show. So this is a great opportunity. We're streaming live across many platforms. Soon we'll be on Amazon Fire Stick, Fire TV, and Roku. So that gives you even more exposure. And mobile apps, that's coming. The mobile app is coming.
It's coming. It's coming.
It's
It's coming
coming.
about the Greater Eastside Chamber of Commerce. Check us out, mygecc.org, where small business is big business. We've coined ourselves as the People's Chamber. So check us out, and we'll be back.
After commercial.
Actually, a GWC commercial coming up.
Coming up. There it is.
We've spoken into existence.
We'll be right back.
In a world where business and sustainability intersect, the Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce, or GWC, stands as a beacon of empowerment and innovation. Our mission: to empower women in business while fostering a culture of sustainability within our community. We're not just about business growth. We're about eco-friendly practices, about encouraging a healthier, more sustainable future for all. Through innovative tools, equipment, and education, we're supporting the success of women entrepreneurs and promoting a greener tomorrow. Our vision stretches beyond the present. We see a future where GWC is a leading force in the promotion of women's entrepreneurship and environmental stewardship. A vibrant community where women in business thrive alongside a commitment to sustainability. We're making the Gwinnett region a model for inclusive economic growth and ecological balance. We are the Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce, where business meets sustainability. Join us in shaping the future.
MD Communications Group, a complete networking hub. Trend technologies to your way. Struggling with your network provider? Let's resolve this together with MD Communications Networking Hub. Slow internet, bad television, bad cell phone services, and want to save more? Choose us. We offer economical deals designed to cover fast rates, fastest internet, maximum channel options, and clear signals. Stay stress-free. Try our best residential and commercial high-speed internet, television, and mobile phone services. Let us manage your stress. Contact us through our website, communicationsmd.com, or call us 770-421-5598.
Welcome back. Welcome back. I want to just talk real quickly about opportunity for women. The Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce is having its first ever incubator. It's a green tech incubator. It's called Her Green Startup. If you know of a young woman between the ages of 18 and up, this is a great opportunity for them to learn how to start a business in the green tech space. So we are having an information session on September the 4th. Go to the Gwinnett Women's Chamber of Commerce website, GwinnettWomen'sChamber.com, to find out more information. An incubator, for those of you who don't know, is a place where you come to incubate a business, which means you come to hatch the idea, and we incubate it and help you grow. Thank you to Atlanta Tech Park for being our sponsors for this event. The women will have a residency at Atlanta Tech Park for 1 year, so you have a place to come and work from, along with all of the other women who are in that space with you, in that cohort with you. But also inside of Atlanta Tech Park is about 80 other tech companies, including a bank and a chamber of commerce. So this is a great opportunity for you to come, launch your venture, network with other people, get mentored, and it's free. There's no charge for it. It's free. However, there is a pitch competition coming up. We're going to talk about that at the event on September the 4th. Prize money is $7,000. So we want you to be able to take part in that. There will be three winners for that $7,000. Plus, you move on to the next part, which is being a part of the cohort. If you know someone who's 18, a woman, 18 years old or older, who can commit and focus, it's going to take commitment every day, commit and focus. They're going to be starting a green tech business, a green business or a green tech business. I'm telling you, you can't do this part time. It takes a lot to start a business anyway. Now you're going into a space where it's green and business, green
When you
and
say
tech.
green, you mean my logo is
Sustainable.
green?
No, not that green. When I say green, I'm talking about sustainable business,
Okay.
energy, clean water, clean wind, clean anything. Green,
Clean your room.
composting, things like that, solar energy, solar heat, electric vehicles. This is what we want you to do. We want you to be innovators in this space, and we want to support you while you do it. So, we're trying to get to a planet where we got zero carbon footprint. It's going to take a lot. President Biden has a really ambitious plan of having us there by 2030, which is in 6 years. I don't foresee that happening. I could be totally wrong, but that's why this is important for us. So if you're looking to start a business in a green space, sustainability space, whether you want to make sustainable packaging. We had the Green Impact Forum back in July, and on that forum we had some amazing women. One woman, her company does electric vehicle installation. So when you go somewhere, you see the charging stations. That's what her company does. They install electric vehicle charging stations. So if you got an electric car, you can just plug in. One lady had electrical recyclable paper packaging. So if you have a restaurant, anything you want to package, now you can package it and stuff, and they don't have to put it in the landfills. That's important. And then another person that was on the panel, they're in clean energy. So solar, clean energy, they have a great partnership with Georgia Power. So we want you to be in a space where you can be nurtured, your ideas can come to fruition, and you can move forward. Now, what's nice about this is we are the incubators, but we sit inside of an accelerator, which means your company needs to be doing at least, I think, 2 to 3 million before you can move over to the accelerator to help you get to 10 million and above. I can tell you that $1 billion company has come out of that accelerator. Could be yours. I don't know. But we're here to support and nurture you. So for more information about Her Green Startup, you can go to hergreenstartup.com, 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 and you'll find out more information there. All right.
All right.
What else you got for us?
I mean, well, that was a lot of information. So now let's jump into can we do sports talk?
Go ahead.
Okay, before we go into the Olympics, I saw some headline news out of Valdosta. Val Woods, which is going away now. Val Woods is now adding online option to purchase tickets. So Val Wood athletic fans have a new way to purchase tickets this season.
They just getting it. I'm just saying, like, I go to Go Fans all season long. Me and Go Fans are friends because I like to get to the gate and pop out my QR code because it's a lot of people.
Well, Val Woods is now on Go Fans.
Okay.
Not only fans.
Go Fans.
Go Fan, and it's Go Fan with
Go
an N. And so basically what Audrey just said, you can go to gofan.com, look for your high school, and Val Woods is now on there. And now you can purchase those tickets instead of having to wait in line at the gate. So that's great for Valdosta down there in southern Georgia. Also, I noticed that they were having some Debbie issues.
Yeah, because they're close to what, Florida now?
Well, they close to Florida.
Yeah.
I want to say they touch like their
Border.
border city.
Yeah.
If you're coming from Metro Atlanta and you're heading to Florida on 75, you get excited when you see Valdosta.
I know I do.
Because that means you're almost there. Especially if you're going to like Orlando, Miami, but 3 more hours to go.
Mhm.
Well, if you're going to Orlando, 3 more
Orlando,
hours.
yeah.
You're going to Miami for another 6. or
Yeah,
something
well,
like
it's
that.
9 hours to Miami.
Yeah, so it's a drive.
I've never driven to Miami.
I've never driven there either. I never went past Orlando.
Orlando.
Not driving anyway.
I had my last trip to Orlando, which was in January. It was really nice.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was nice.
Yeah, that was a nice ride. Normally, I don't want to drive that far. Not anymore. I used to do that with no problem. Now it's like, ooh, how long is it? Over 2 hours?
Well, that comes with age.
It does, and I'm happy that it has come to that.
Because now you have to, stop more frequently.
No. I do not. That's what I don't do.
Yeah,
I just don't want to drive. My attention
Right.
span is not that long to be driving like that. However, let me tell you what happened. Quick story, y'all. So we go to Orlando, right? This is so funny. We go to Orlando and we get a hotel. It's a nice hotel. We're at this hotel. And so when I get in bed at night, I start to itch. So I'm itching on only on one side though, like my leg is itching and one arm. It's like, man, something. So I'm in Orlando. My daughter already told me, listen, when you go to Orlando, check the bed because it is known for bed bugs.
And you didn't check the
I
bed.
check the bed. So I get out the bed and I'm turning back all the covers and I see this little tiny bug, right? But it wasn't even on the bed. It was like on the table. And I'm like, oh my God, man, what's the bed bug? So now I'm freaking out. So I called downstairs and I was like, hey, I need some new sheets, right?
Yeah, new room.
So the next day, my eye, my eye was swollen.
He hit you?
I was me and Georgette was there for the
Oh,
for Podfest. We were there for I had to speak at Podfest. This is the crazy part. I got this big eye. I got all these webs on me, and I'm like, oh my God. So I go to urgent med, and they say you're allergic to the stuff they spray on the sheets. I was allergic to whatever they sprayed on the sheets, but it was so funny, y'all, because I had this big eye. I had to speak at the conference. I had all these red marks on my neck. It was nuts.
Like she had a wild night, didn't she?
I had an allergic reaction to whatever they sprayed on the sheet. So but if you saw me, I was like, look at my eye. So I took a picture. No, but my brother did, but he didn't know what it was.
I didn't know Orlando was known for that though.
Yeah, my daughter told me. So she used to work for pest control company, and every year when the kids would come back home, they would have this big infestation of bed bugs that they would get from Miami, from Orlando.
Disney.
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah, I didn't know.
She told me that. So when she goes anywhere, I mean, it's like we went to we had to stay in a hotel in North Carolina, went for a funeral, and she said we need to go find a Walmart. And I said, oh, okay. Derek, when I tell you, she sprayed everything was wet because she sprayed it with something. We walk around there with these shoes. She's a germaphobe.
I ain't mad at her because bed bugs is not what you want.
She is a germaphobe and she takes it to the next level. So the bed, we had to throw the cover back, let the bed dry because she sprayed something on it.
Dry.
Yeah.
Back to sports.
Sorry. I
So
digress.
so Monday I was getting on the USA's case about their gold number count. You know, we was in second place. Well, I'm proud to announce that so yesterday we got into first place and we're continuing to go. Now, yesterday I think we was what 22. Now we have 24 gold medals. We still kicking butt in silver. We have 31 silvers and we have 31 bronze. Our medal count is at 86. The second is 60. So we're still.
Who's in second place?
So China is in second place with
China be on our butts.
with everything.
Everything.
They
Some things they're above us.
China has 20. Well, no, everything. China has 22 goals. The US has 20.
Jackson know everything.
China has.
They beat us in some things. Something.
Well,
I ain't talking about the Olympics now.
Well, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I thought you was talking.
No, not the Olympics.
I was saying, but I mean, I'm pretty sure some of these golds that China got, US got the silver, out of bronze. But it seemed like almost US is medaling in everything that they're involved in.
Yeah.
And so that's great.
We beat them in archery.
No, we got silver and bronze in archery.
Okay.
But yesterday they had the basketball.
I think I'm gonna play archery next year. To go into the 4 year. I was about to say I'm gonna start planning next year.
4 years.
So I can I'm gonna start planning next year. See, this is my thing. Let me tell y'all something. Derek and I had this conversation all the time. If I was going to do anything that required me to get voted in, I have to win, I would start 4 years out.
Well, don't tell your plan. Moving on.
I ain't got no plan. I ain't trying to be voted into nothing.
You know, watch out. She may be coming to a town near you.
I'm not. Unless it's with GWC or Noise Media Network.
ABK on the way.
Hey, oh, I like that. Wait a minute, let me write that down. ABK on the way.
On the way.
I wrote that down for real, y'all, because I like that.
But yeah, the USA men's basketball team just slaughtered Brazil yesterday. It was like 118 to 80 something. So that was I guess a good game for us. But it's so many, not on Brazil team, but there's so many NBA players in the Olympics that as we get closer and closer to this finals, I think we're gonna start having some challenges. I don't know where the other teams are, but I do know France has some all stars on their team. We know Greece has some all stars on their team. I think Canada just got knocked out by France, but Canada had some all stars on their team. So and I'm talking about NBA all stars. So this is definitely going to be as they get closer and closer to the medal rounds, the gold medal. It's gonna be worth watching. This is probably gonna be just as good as watching the NBA finals when they get because I mean so many superstars that are playing on Olympic teams this cycle. So Snoop Dogg still making his rounds.
Amen. Snoop.
I saw him at the he was sitting next to Asia Wilson.
I need to put him on my manifestation list to do a collab with.
Yeah, I mean Snoop.
Speaking of manifestation, tomorrow is 888. So whatever goals you want to set,
It's only 2-8.
No. You add up 24, it comes to 8. Don't challenge me on stuff I know now. I don't know nothing about politics like you, but don't challenge me on that stuff. You're gonna lose.
So how do you get 8?
888. Tomorrow's 88, and then you add 2, 4, 4, 2, 2, and 4 comes to 8. 888.
Where you get 2-2?
2024.
You add 20. Oh, 20. Okay, that's 8.
I just told you don't challenge me on that. Challenge me on politics.
How 4 plus 0 is 8?
2 plus 2 plus 4 is 8 there.
Oh, you add them all.
That's what I just said.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was trying to say you doing 2020.
He's bringing my frequency down right now.
Okay,
About to bring frequency back up tomorrow. 888 day. Got what you want. Very precisely and completely. Be very specific.
Okay.
It's 888.
And I was going to sit there like, how do you get 8 out of 24? But she broke it down.
That's some Houston school systems.
Well, no,
I'm just kidding.
If we're talking about 888, that was August 8, 2008. That's 888. But this, I think that's a legit question.
And it happens every 30 years. It's happening tomorrow. Write down your manifestations tomorrow.
What about 10, 10, 10?
Now, that don't matter about 10, 10, 10. It's 888. It's the Lions 8. Tomorrow's the Lions Gate. 888. It's going to open. I'm a star seed.
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
I know, but star seeds know. The people that woke folk know.
I need my gate to open tomorrow.
Then I almost said something. Write your stuff down.
Yeah,
you almost made me say something. I'm trying to keep it PG on here. Write your stuff down.
You have to put the how when TV channels go out, the colors.
Bleep.
You got to put the colors. Now this was at the tail end of I was very young, put that out there. So they don't do this no more. But at one point, TV channels used to go off at night.
11 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know what time. I just know when I saw that.
White and blue lines.
When I saw that, it was time to go to bed.
Let me tell you something. 11 o'clock, the TV went out, right? And then they got this thing called WHT.
I was doing Hutch House.
I'm about to really date myself. TV would go out at 11 o'clock, but we had this thing called WHT. It was a box and it had a key on it. Yeah, it had a key on the box.
What the key do? Start it?
Lock the box so the kids can watch the stuff after hours.
Oh wow!
My mother never locked the box.
Ooh man!
The kid was just sitting there, so she think when we sleep, well, I wasn't asleep.
I mean, what you watching late at night if all the channels go? I don't think. Well, it was the Home Shopping Network.
No. With that box, you could watch stuff like HBO. It was kind of like an HBO. It was called Mecca Home Theater. WHT is what we call it. That was the first cable box.
That's way before my time.
Yeah, that's way before your time.
I do remember HBO though. I'm talking 90s.
I think HBO was on the box.
You talking 70s, 80s.
Not 70s. Not 70s. I ain't that far back.
I mean
80s. I'm not 70s. It wasn't in the 70s, it was in the 80s.
Oh, okay. I mean
it was and I was in Jersey.
Graduated high school in the 80s.
I did, but I was in Jersey. That wasn't in the 80s.
So why wouldn't it be in the 70s? You'd be at least be in middle school in the 70s.
Yeah, but it wasn't in the 70s. Okay. It was in the 80s.
Elementary. You act like I was way off when I said the 70s.
Well, it wasn't. That didn't happen in the 70s.
My aunts.
And I wouldn't if I was a little kid in the 70s, I was trying to turn the key, but in the 80s.
In the 80s, boy, the key was turned.
The key was turned.
My aunt, she's always had satellite or cable. Like I can always remember. Man, she had Prime Star. Remember Prime Star?
Prime
Yeah,
Star.
she had Prime Star and Dish and Direct.
Yeah, we didn't have all that, but we did have that box. It was about
She
that
stayed,
big.
but we
had
lived
to
in
have
that
it.
house.
Somebody remembers that. I need to find one. I should have
Had
had it.
Kool-Aid.
God, I hated Kool-Aid. I hated Kool-Aid then, and I hate
How you
Kool-Aid
hate
now.
Kool-Aid? Hey,
Never
somebody
liked
come
Kool-Aid.
collect this card from her. Do you like watermelon? And guess you don't like chicken
I
either.
had some. I had
Well, she
chicken.
like KFC,
Listen,
so
I had
she,
KFC yesterday and watermelon this morning.
yeah,
Straight
yeah.
up.
We're gonna have to let her go. Who can we trade her for at the
Speaking of trading, if you want to,
at the cookout?
if you want to come on the show, check out our chambers and get a chance to come on the show. If you are a political leader or community activist, we would love to have you come on and be a guest on the show. If you are in a town that's outside of our towns and you want to be an affiliate partner, please go to our website, goodmorninggeorgia.org, to find out more information, to contact us to find out more information about that. We want to make sure that this show is stretched across the across Georgia. And and we want to also make sure that your community has a voice. So please reach out to us. We can't be everywhere, but this show can.
Hey, Uzma.
Hey Uzma. Hey Uzi.
Oh, see, I don't know nothing about that.
She know what that's about. Hey girl.
Uzi.
Uzi. She know what that's about.
All right.
That's my friend.
Hey, Uzma.
She know what that's about. Shout out to the DA office over there at Gwinnett County.
Yeah.
She's over there. Thank you so much. She's over there doing good things in special victims. What is it, special victim unit?
Yes.
Yeah. They do good work over there. They help people, women, and anybody that's been victimized and they need support. That's at the Gwinnett District Attorney.
Office. Yes. So the Gwinnett District Attorney is the first female district attorney in Gwinnett County, as well as the first African American. So they making history over there.
Yeah,
in
Gwinnett is
County.
making history.
Gwinnett has a lot of here. I'll say a lot of
Yeah.
history. Nicole Love Hendricks, she's the first African American
To be the
chairwoman. You have Kibo, he's the first African American sheriff. You have Kim Porter, she was the first African American tax assessor. I mean, that 2020 class made a lot of history.
A lot of history.
A lot of history. And it's a victim witness program at the Gwinnett County District Attorney's Office. Yep.
So if you know someone who is in an emergency, they need some help, please reach out to the Gwinnett District Attorney Office. Uzma is the director over that department. She does great work. She and her team. I have had time to spend a lot of time. I had an opportunity to spend a lot of time with them, so I know they do great work over there, and they help a lot of people. The help is out there. Sometimes you just don't know. As a matter of fact, the Gwinnett District Attorney Office has a directory, a resource directory. So they have that. So if you need that, reach out to the office and say, listen, I need some resources. They have the resources for you, and they have a booklet for you that you can take. And I don't know if they'll mail it to you, but do reach out to them to see if you can get a copy. It may be a digital copy online somewhere. I'm not sure, but you reach out to the office. I'm sure you can find more information about
And
that.
also, I'm pretty sure you can reach out to any of your. So as I stated Monday, so there's 50 district attorneys in the
I'm familiar
entire
with
state,
Gwinnett.
the entire state of Georgia, which is interesting in itself because you have 159 counties
Yeah.
and only 50 district attorneys. So that's interesting. But also, since we're talking about district attorneys, I bring back that story that we talked about Monday where
I thought you was about to tell people how to come on here and talk about their office. No? Okay, go ahead.
well, we can get to that, but the district attorney in the circuit of the Brunswick circuit, Glenn County is trying to collect on their payments that they made to your office. If you haven't received your letter, reach out to them. They send the letter out, they post it on the news, and it's all over the social media. But yeah, reach out, and that's where I learned that every county doesn't have their own district attorney.
That's strange.
Yeah.
So those must be really small counties.
I mean, not even. I mean, I guess well, smaller than the metros, obviously.
Okay.
But like I would have to look into it. I don't know if not Athens. I don't know if Augusta have their own DA. I don't know if Columbus, LaGrange. I don't know if they have their own DA. I'm pretty sure making like I think the metro. So whatever is considered a metro, I know it's 29 counties. So Think about that for a second. There's only 50 DAs in the whole state, and let's say
Right.
all 29 out of Metro Atlanta DAs or counties have their own DA. That's over half of the DAs right there in Metro Atlanta.
Yeah.
You
Because
know,
yeah.
so I'm pretty sure it's based on population.
Yeah, I'm sure,
You
because
know,
I can't imagine it being something like a Atlanta and not having but one DA,
right? Can you
a
imagine?
county.
Can you imagine Fulton, DeKalb, and Gwinnett having one district attorney for the whole
No,
region?
no. That person is
Circuit.
pulling their hair out.
Yeah,
I'm sure the DA probably pulls our hair out right now, like,
right
what
now.
did I sign
Well,
up
you know,
for?
Gwinnett just went over a million. I think Fulton is over a
Yeah.
million. DeKalb is close to a million.
Cobb is close to a million, everybody around
Um,
800,000.
So, yeah, it's a lot. So,
Yeah.
so kudos to our law enforcement as they have the night out. Was it tomorrow? Today? Friday,
Yeah.
National Night Out to our law enforcement. That includes our district attorney offices. That includes our judges. Look, voting matters. You know, that's go back to what we were saying about making sure you get out to vote because you know the justice system is based about on our judges and our DAs. You know, they have a lot of discretion. They make a lot of decisions, and some decisions people like, some they don't. But I feel you can't complain. You can't say, "Oh, that judge always doing this and that." If you never vote, that judge is an elected official, and just like all elected officials, they can be voted in, they can be voted out. You have to be mindful though, because judges are not on your November ballot. Judges are always on your primary, and the primary in Georgia is usually in May of those election cycles. So again, be mindful, stay up to date, be an informed voter. That's the worst person out there is a ill-informed voter. Like, know what you're doing, know what you're voting for. Know why you vote. Don't just vote because you like the orange. Don't just vote because you it says R and you gonna automatically vote. Don't you know what you're voting for? I found it, I ain't gonna say hilarious, but I thought it was interesting how a lot of in 2016 supporters voted, and then they food stamps got cut, and then or their health care got cut, and now they feeling some type of way. But you voted for him. You voted for that. So be mindful what you vote for and know what you vote. Do your research.
And make sure you can vote. And by
Too.
Yeah, make sure you can vote on the screen right there, because right now there's something going around. Derek said that the
Yeah.
Secretary of State had
You can
something they
register.
enacted where you can unregister and people can unregister you. So
Well,
make sure that you can go
yeah.
and vote.
They say they have precautions in place because so that's how they know that people tried to unregister Brad, the Secretary of State, as well as Margie Taylor Greene. So they tried to unregister her and they caught it. So, but those are famous or popular names. But Derek Wilson may slip through the cracks. So
So
always check mvp.sos.ga.gov. I mean, you check your voter registration, you can check your polling location, and tell you who your elected officials are. They tell you who your Congress person is, and tell you who your county person is. It doesn't go down the city. They tell you who your state reps are, who your state senator is, and who your state representative. And then obviously everyone in the state of Georgia is represented by Senators Warnock and Ossoff. So, but it tells you that. Now, I think it would be great if it can include your local, like your city, what district you're in, your city council, your mayor, obviously your mayor. I don't know if it tell you your school board.
I don't know either.
Yeah, but it'd be great if it did. And I'm gonna have to reach out to the school board in Gwinnett County because I think they're one of the counties that did not do the African American Studies AP, and I would love to hear their information on why. Cool point. We shouted them out yesterday, and one of them followed our page.
It's good.
Yeah, so I said,
If you ain't doing right, we're gonna talk about you.
no, well, yeah, we're gonna talk about you, but we also gonna give you opportunity to defend yourself.
True.
Yeah, we're not gonna dog you out,
We don't dog out anybody.
but we will bring up the situation.
People thought that so the show is not meant to dog out anybody. The show is really meant to inform and educate, sometimes even entertain a little bit. and that's not even on purpose. That's just what it
It
is.
happens.
It just happens. But we really want to make sure that this show is not just a entertainment show. We want to inform and educate and empower people to know their rights, empower people to know what's out there, empower people to find out what the resources are to help them live a better life. So that's the goal of the show. Empower people to understand outside of beyond Georgia, to understand opportunities beyond Georgia. That's the real focus of the show. So when we say Good Morning Georgia, we're here to support and empower, educate, uplift, and all of that good stuff. Be sure to check the polls often to
Yeah.
make sure you're on the rolls, right?
Yeah, check your roles.
Check your rolls.
Check your the mvp.sos.ga.gov.
Yeah.
Check it regularly. Make a plan. Make a plan. I'm calling out all these organizations for the NAACPs, the urban leagues, you guys should be already planning for souls to the polls, whatever you call your event to get people mobilized to go out to vote. Voter education is serious, and all these organizations that specialize in voter education need to be on the grounds, getting it ready, knocking on doors, and mobilizing churches, all that. There's no reason why these organizations should not be knocking on people's doors and getting people to the polls.
Close to the polls.
No excuses, and that's all over the state. Actually, all over the country, but since it's Georgia, all over the state. Now we don't want now. Y'all show up when somebody get shot, beat up, or whatever. But I need y'all to show up when it's time to vote. Get these people out to vote. Get these educated. There's so many organizations out there.
All right. We're gonna go to one last commercial and then we're gonna come back and well, we can close it out now, yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's almost time to go.
Almost time to go.
Well,
Listen, thank you all so much for listening and tuning in. We really appreciate you. Right now, we're streaming on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Soon we'll be on your Amazon Fire TV and Roku and mobile apps. So
look,
stay
Ma,
tuned.
you can watch me on TV.
Yeah, you better watch you on TV. Listen, if you got a YouTube Prime, not even YouTube Prime, you got
Yeah,
YouTube in
YouTube.
general. You can just watch. I watch YouTube every night. My husband probably gets so sick of me because that's what I go to bed to every night. YouTube. Last night I went to black screen because I was exhausted.
I'm
On YouTube though.
I'm kind of ashamed to say what I watch to go to sleep.
Oh.
I be laughing.
Animal Planet.
Well, no, I be watching Golden Girls, man. I love me some Blanche, Rose, and Dorothy. And can't forget about Sophia. I love me some Golden Girls. I be laughing so hard, Maria roll over like, are you serious? Like, how many times you done watch this?
That's funny.
Yeah, love me some Golden Girls. I also found a new episode. We ain't gonna go down my TV watching this, but I found a new series. It's not new to me. Cedric Entertainer, The Neighborhood.
I watch no comedies.
Man, look, that show is funny too.
I'm
So
trying.
shout out to Cedric and The
Is
Neighborhood.
it? Because
It's,
I don't watch regular TV horror.
it's hilarious. Well,
Like,
I never
was-
watched it on
I
Prime.
was watching The Good Doctor, right?
I
Until
never got into that.
I love him. I love him because he's so smart and he's so
You know, they recorded that here.
in Georgia.
Was it The Good Doctor or The Resident?
I don't know.
I think
But
it was one of
love
them.
The
They
Good Doctor.
recorded.
But when I saw something in like the mag that said he was gonna die, I stopped watching it. I was like, I can't watch it. I can't see Sean die.
Yeah, I can't
I
remember.
stopped
which one.
watching it after that. They was like, yeah, he's gonna die in one of the episodes. He's a show. Like, how the show go on without Sean?
I like House.
I never watched House.
Now, House was good.
Never watched House.
He couldn't be my doctor, but he's good.
The only thing I do watch on TV and it's on Peacock is Love Island,
Nah.
Temptation. I like love stuff.
What's that show you told me to watch?
Temptation Island.
Temptation, yeah.
Temptation Island.
Yeah, them people crazy.
I watch that. So when they're in seasons, but and I always watch them when I'm having lunch.
Yeah,
Like
nah.
that's my guilty. When I take a break, I'm so horrible. I'm so horrible about. I'm a workaholic. When I take a break to eat lunch, that's when I watch TV. And then at night, I watch YouTube, which is really bad because I'm watching educational stuff that keeps me wired up, and then I can't go to sleep.
Nah, I used to growing up. I used to watch Frasier. I used to watch Frasier at night and go to sleep. Now I can't watch
Never
nothing.
watched Frasier.
Yeah, I
Never
can't.
watched
Hey, Frasier's
Bell.
Frasier's fine. I never
Friends.
watched Seinfeld. Never watched Friends.
I never watched any of those.
But yeah, if you look, Cedric Entertainer, his show, you can find it on Amazon. I think it's a CBS show.
Okay.
But I'm watching it on Amazon.
Let's go to Neighborhood.
The Neighborhood.
I might check that out.
That's
I might check that out on
that's
Sunday.
funny. I think I'm on. So they have 6 seasons. I just made the season 3.
Okay, maybe I'll check it
so-
out. On Sundays I watch Hallmark Channel because I try not to do.
Oh, you sound like my aunt. I don't love her some Hallmark.
I like
No,
I like Hallmark mysteries though.
you know, Hallmark has a movie channel.
I got all of them.
Hallmark movie.
Hallmark movies and Hallmark mystery. The mystery channel is a channel by itself.
Yeah, my mom, she loved those forensic things. First 48.
The only one I used to watch was
IDTV. She watched that.
I used to watch CSI New York and CSI Miami.
I used to watch Miami. I never watched New York.
I like New York. I couldn't get into.
So first CSI, which is CSI, and then
with Graham. What's his name? Graham. White guy. Oh yeah.
I was hurt.
Yeah, I watched the first one.
Yeah, CSI. Mine was CSI.
I think his name was Graham.
CSI New York was pretty good. That's Lieutenant Dan from Forrest Gump.
I used to love that in CSI and Horatio.
Man, he was so cool.
Horatio had noise.
Yeah.
He had no
he'll make these lines sound so cool.
And he just walk away.
And you better not do that. Yeah, I love him.
Right, listen, we gotta go. I
can let him make some money.
Thank y'all so much for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Be sure to subscribe to the show and hit the alert notification button so you know when we go live. And that way you can come on with us. Leave your comments. You can leave comments. We'll pop them up on the screen if they're good comments. Instagram, thank you so much for joining. Instagram was active today. Thank you so much, Instagram, for being active. If you miss any episodes, you can go to our YouTube channel and subscribe so you can listen to yesterday's episode. What's it? Day 3? We're on day 3. Day 3. And also share the show with your friends. All right. Thank you so much. We'll be back again tomorrow at 9 a.m. God willing. Until next time. Make it a great day. Bye, everybody.